You don't need to wait for a big moment to acknowledge your progress. Let's talk about breakthroughs. What's up, y'all? My name is Ellie. I'm a mindset coach. I talk candidly about my journey, as well as share tips to encourage growth and healing and uplift anyone who may struggle to feel seen. So, breakthroughs. Basically, a breakthrough is an advancement, an increase, an achievement, especially in the way of maybe knowledge or aptitude or something that you really want to attain or master. And it's usually the result of a lot of hard work, but sometimes trial and error, which I think to some degree is part of hard work. You got to figure out what works before you actually can work it. But anywho, a breakthrough can come in really any area of your life. It can be a mindset breakthrough, it can be a financial breakthrough, it can be a relationship breakthrough, a career breakthrough, a health breakthrough, whatever the case may be, you get the point. And breakthroughs make us feel powerful, right? Because they're a validation of the effort we've put in to get to that point and all the work we've put in to grow and progress and otherwise just figure out how to increasingly be the best versions of ourselves. And that's awesome. I wish it for everyone on the earth. And I truly hope we can all see our breakthroughs day to day. Here's the thing though, I often hear breakthroughs kind of framed as this huge event or huge moment or like this big thing that you have to get to. Otherwise, what are you doing, right? And while sometimes a breakthrough can be this big thing, I feel like oftentimes they're not. I feel like there's so much smaller progress, so many smaller breakthroughs that happen that are easy to overlook if we're just waiting for the big moments, right? Because waiting for those big moments makes it easy to just ignore everything in between and not honor or celebrate your progress or your growth along the way. And it also can make it easy to really tunnel in on kind of getting to a destination and losing sight of why you're even doing the work in the first place, which at some point, that's going to kind of be a little challenging to reconcile depending on how you move and who you are. And waiting on a big breakthrough can also kind of give your power away because at some point, if you're really, again, focused on like, I have to get to this achievement, this mountain, otherwise I don't feel good about myself or I don't see myself as growing or worthy or learning, then you're waiting on something external to validate your worth, validate your existence, validate you as a person, which at some point can become harmful if maybe the breakthrough doesn't look how you expected it to look or it doesn't come in the time frame that you expected it to come. It can be very easy to use that to actually put yourself down. And my point in saying all of this is that their breakthroughs come in a lot of forms, and today's small breakthroughs are really just stepping stones for tomorrow's big breakthroughs. And as always, I want to share a bit about what this has looked like for me. And this is an area that I, at points, really struggled. I used to really struggle with seeing growth and breakthroughs as incremental versus like one big, just static thing to get to. And I would look at myself, and if I didn't see myself here or having achieved certain things, I would just completely sometimes negate all of the work and all the growth I'd actually done. And then I would also allow that to happen externally, where maybe I didn't necessarily honor myself in environments or situations for the growth I had put in and just all the changes I had made. And that really tapped into and reinforced a perfection mindset that I developed because I was just like, I have to get this perfect for it to be worthy or for it to really matter. And again, I didn't say this in this video, I've said this in another video. I don't really think perfection exists. I was kind of chasing my tail a little bit, but hey, you grow how you grow, right? And at points, I felt like I wasn't doing enough because I had this idea of this big moment that's just, aha, everything makes sense now as my breakthrough. So it's just all these little things slipping through the cracks. And I'm just like, well, I'm not doing enough. I got to do more. I got to do more. I got to do more. And at points that led to me just exhausting myself and still feeling like I wasn't doing anything, which it's a vicious cycle. It's really not constructive. And it would result in me losing hope at points where I'm just like, well, I've been putting all this work in and I don't see any effort. I don't see any result. Why am I even doing this? Because again, I was looking only for the big things and just ignoring the small moments of my growth where maybe this time I made a different choice than I would have made that I made the time before or 100 times before. I just did something different. Like, growth, bruh. Like that's different. That's increase. So I had to really learn to reshape and reframe how I looked at breakthroughs in my life and how I saw my own growth and progress. So I want to share a few tips with you in hopes that they help you on your journey. And the first is to remind yourself that growth is incremental. Progress is incremental. Everything is built on what came before it. You don't just wake up one day and know astrophysics in and out. I don't know astrophysics. I haven't studied it. I haven't put in the work to do it. So like I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow and just be like, I'm an astrophysicist, right? But if you put in the work over time and you build the building blocks, all of that growth compounds and it's breakthrough after breakthrough that leads to major breakthroughs that may completely change your life or change the world. And I believe it's really important to set small, attainable, and manageable milestones that you can celebrate yourself for, to kind of incentivize yourself and reward yourself for the work you're doing along the way. Again, it's important to see all aspects of your growth, even if it's not this big, flashy change or big thing. You're still growing, you're still doing, you're still changing, you're still evolving. So it's important to celebrate that. And it's important to take action consistently and set goals, right? And make sure those goals align with your intentions, but continue to take action and stay on the path, do the work. There will be countless times where maybe we're working towards something, or maybe you're working towards something and you just can't see it at all. You can't even see the small moments, you can't see the big moments, you just confused and feeling blind. You got to keep going because that intention is what's driving you and the goals are what's keeping you on track toward that reality. So it's important to keep going and celebrate yourself and remind yourself that there will be moments when it's maybe hard to see, or maybe might be moments when you feel discouraged, or moments where it's just like, what's the point of all of this? If you can go back to those intentions and really get clear on them and keep those goals, keep working toward them, eventually you'll come out of the woods and you'll see it all more clearly. And you might see a whole different landscape than you even could have imagined. So I hope those tips do help you on your journey again. And as always, I want to leave you with one reflective question. And today's question is, what does it look like to give yourself credit for all of the work you've put in to get to this point, regardless of how big or small the impact? Think about it.